Welcome into the 2025 Midwest Rugby Union Championships. We're in beautiful Lamont, Illinois today. This is a production brought to you by Next Level Rugby. We're just outside of Chicago, and today we've got a fantastic one for you. Men's D2, Fort Wayne taking on Southside Irish. We've got Indiana taking on the hometown Chicago Southside Irish side. And this one going to be a huge matchup. Both sides 6-0 in league play, and in their semifinals hardly met with challenges to get to this match. I'm Wendy Young, joined by Tim Wilkes. And Tim, this one's going to be a good one.
Yeah, you mentioned both these squads just dominating their respective divisions, and then two big victories. Southside Irish with a 36-15 win over Wisconsin RC, and it was Fort Wayne defeating Chicago Lions 50-14.
And we are crowning a new champion this year, but let's take a look at these rosters. Fort Wayne, looking at the front row here, Vose, Wellesley, Coble, and then, of course, driving from the back will be Sherman. Going to see a lot out of Trey Sherman. And then for the backs, orchestrating everything, Sam Bruning, going to take that 10 jersey on, but we'll have our eyes on Glasscock, the outside center out of Angola, Indiana. And then, of course, those wings, the speed on the edge, Tobin Biddle and Michael Bauer. And for the south side, the hometown side, they've got some major power up front in Billy DiTalo, Josh Blankenship, and one of two, Mike Milavukis, one of two brothers in the side as well, and be backed up at the flanker positions by some major strengths in Evan Kurtz and TJ Looney. And then in the backs, our captain today, Jack Desmond, going to take us through the line for those at the scrum half position. Fly half, Josh Dalton out of Auckland, New Zealand. We're going to see a lot from him. And then our fullback in this one, Desmond, also one to keep our eye on. But of course, Dion Crowder, former MLR player, going to bring a lot, has a couple of championships under his belt already, as we can see the skyline here just outside of Chicago. We're at the Chicago Blaze facilities, a beautiful pitch. Our referee in the center for this one is Dan Frankenfield, and you can see the Fort Wayne side in that blue kit today. Black and blue for them. And then our Chicago side, the south side, we'll see them in just a moment, but wearing that green jersey. Frankenfeld will get us underway for the Men's D2 Championship and the Midwest Rugby Union Championships. You're watching on Next Level Rugby. That's some great volleyball skills there right off the start for Fort Wayne, volleying that one backwards to get the restart to their side. Both of these teams did very well in their semifinals. As Tim said, Fort Wayne beating Chicago Lions to get through, and then on the south side, they beat Wisconsin in the semifinals to get through. So both of these sides undefeated on the season, so somebody's going home with a loss this weekend. Fort Wayne in control from the start. They had the kickoff. We're already starting to get a feeling of the flavor that they're going to play, a very technical side. Nice little slip through the line there, and it's a half break early on for Fort Wayne. Already just outside the 22-meter line, as you can see, lots of players, lots of support staff on the sideline. Really big anticipation for this match. It's been building all week, but we're finally here. A little bit of a loose ball there, so Frankenfield will blow the whistle, but good start from Fort Wayne, looking very technical, Tim.
Yeah, they did well. They were able to retain possession, but you got to give kudos to the Irish. They were able to hold firm, didn't give up a lot of territory there, and then some big-time tackles were able to secure it and pop that one out of there and get the scrum. So great work on the defensive end, really, for the Irish. Now they've got their first crack at it.
Southside, a little bit of hometown pride for them.
Crouch.
Able to get into this final.
Bind.
Frankenfield going to just stand them up, not liking something.
Do not close the gap. Okay.
Just wanting to preserve the gap there before the engagement.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Nice push from Fort Wayne, but Southside holding on to it. And now just going to go straight out to the flanker. Kurtz breaking through. Southside already across the 50-meter line and making big ground here. Gonna go to the right side, just use that channel, but well defended from Fort Wayne. Kurtz is gonna get some ball time. Counter ruck attempt coming in, but no, penalty first.
Yeah, it looks like that was just coming in a little from the side there. Possibly Justin Lee, number 7 there, getting a little too aggressive, but great work there from Southside as they were able to win that first scrum on the outside in that flanker position. It was Canedo that was able to keep that one in, secured possession, and allowed them to roar forward here in a great attacking position now with the line out. Just 8 meters out. First one of the day. Let's see what they've got up their sleeves here if they go for the driving maul, maybe a little trickery.
Do have quite a breeze down on the pitch there today. It's about 15, sometimes gusting up to 20 miles per hour. You can see the AR's flag, so it's across the pitch. So it's in Fort Wayne's face. But Southside, good line out from them. A little show and go. Gets them inside the 5 meters. Already threatening. They've got advantage as well. Gonna go from the base.
Green, can't play green number 7.
Gonna bring it back for the penalty, but very early threatened here from Southside.
Yeah, you saw that great work off the line out. Almost were able to take it in after they didn't accept the drive.
A little shift there, a little South Africa, maybe some Rossi coming in. Gonna go to the left side again, it's Kurtz. 25 years of age out of Evergreen Park. Getting him very close to the line, Irish threatening. They'll go again with the forwards. How will the Fort Wayne defense hold up? Phases are starting to build. They're at the line, touchdown, the 8. Joe Back getting it on the board for the Irish. Quick from them.
Fantastic work there to be able to punch that one in from back as he took that one at full pace, and the big fella just leaned forward, bruising defenders on his way in. As you see, they get close, almost held up there, but a great job of recycling that one back. And then from that point, they take a couple more drives, good low defense, but sometimes when you do that pick and go, it kind of opens up that post a little bit there. Threatened on the charge, and a beautiful offload hits that full pace attacker, and they are able to come away with the first points of the match.
Conversion sails over as well. The breeze, not a problem when it's at your back, but Irish on the board with a converted try, really making it known. They made it. Quick work. Just 5 minutes gone in this match.
Yeah, it was really all off of this one phase of possessions. They punch it close, couldn't drive it in, and now they punch it home. You'll see here off the back, they're able to take it, believe that is Renard Robinson with that final little offload that found the target. Great work off the first phase of possessions for the Irish.
Fort Wayne are going to get the restart. Again, they got the kickoff, and now they put Southside Irish under pressure, and they get the line out. And they gained some ground, Tim. This is fantastic work from this Fort Wayne side.
Yeah, 2 for 2 on getting possession back off those restarts. A nice deep kick, as we mentioned, that high wind. They were able to push it through, and now they've set themselves up at their first attacking position.
They go front pod, some pressure coming to the scrum half, but he releases. Bruning is able to get it out to the backs. Little seam found by the inside center. Ballard, the vice captain, slicing through the defense. Pulling to the right side here, the defense sort of had to scramble to cover. There's a nice bump there from the forward. Now going to change directions. Fort Wayne just able to slow that down, the tackle behind the gain line. Just hear that wind. Oh, a shooter in the line, but it leaves a little bit of space on the outside. It's a good idea by Glasscock, but it's not quite to hand. He's trying to find Bauer on the edge. We can see Fort Wayne wanting to play with some intent here today.
Yeah, really whipping it back and forth across the pitch, but dangerously so, as you mentioned. That one almost picked off, but in the end lost that one forward. I believe scrum put in here for the Irish, but a couple of times where they set up with great starting field position there, and both times lose it with the knock-ons and just give that possession right back to the Irish. The last time made them pay.
They did. Irish will have to get out of their own end here. Nice solid platform. Gonna just take it straight up. No exit kick planned. Off first phase. Go to that right side, and now we have a clearing kick. It's gone very deep. That wind really helping, but still, that's great skill.
No, huge boot that time, completely flips the pitch. And again, they take advantage of the mistake. They're able to push it forward. They do have to still play a little defense here, but we've seen them really working hard on that defensive end and attacking and really taking chunks of possession and territory as they move.
Fort Wayne keeping possession. Nice little stack of players behind that inside center. Gonna go quick here. We've got some LQB, lightning quick ball, as we like to say. Nice little space on the outside, putting Biddle out into the open. Oh, little space for the man wearing the 10 today, Bruning. A little knock on from the defense, and so it'll come back to Fort Wayne.
Yeah, Bruning tried to find his scrum half, Olney, who was almost squirting through, but just got knocked on a bit there. And the second time in a row, we've seen them kind of lose possession. Looks like they're able to retain this one off of an advantage. But 10 minutes in, and really nobody's been able to really crack that door. We saw that bit of speed there from Southside early on. But for Fort Wayne, for me, Wendy, they've got to have a little bit better continuity. They've only been able to string together a few phases at a time, and to really crack this defense, they're going to need a lot more than that.
Yeah, a little stop-start from both sides, except obviously Irish are on the board, but still a little stop-start from both sides. Fort Wayne's had a lot of possession, but not much has come from it yet. Inside center, busting through. Ballard, the vice captain, getting some big yards on that one, and they'll go again. Bruning, nice little tackle. Shirk of the shoulder. Now the winger into the open and diving over the line. There's the signal. Return from Michael Bauer, 30 years of age, out of Fort Wayne. Look at that speed we just were witness to.
Great pop pass on the outside to be able to bring that one home from Glasscock. And Bauer took it the distance. Four-time American Ninja Warrior, and he is showing his grit, fighting through that defense to be able to flip out that last pass, and then too much speed there on the outside for Bauer. Great job of taking it the distance and really making them pay when they left him alone on that edge.
Putting it together. Fort Wayne now, they're putting it together. The conversion will be tough. He's got that wind in his face, does Bruning. See that flag isn't moving as much though, so we're seeing some gusting, so maybe a respite. Oh, you can see it just pulls up, that wind pulls it up. So still going to be tough for this Fort Wayne side, but they're on the board. 5 points for Fort Wayne, just a 2-point difference with 11 minutes gone in this men's D2 championship.
Yeah, big shout out there to Ethan Glasscock, as you'd mentioned him here. Here he is, fights through the high tackle and still has the wherewithal to flip that one on the outside. And then the bruising power and pace there from Bauer. 6 foot, able to take it the distance and drive that one home. Exactly what they needed. Now both teams showing they've got plenty of artillery in the hopper.
Last year, Chicago Blaze took home the men's D2 championship, so we'll have a new champion this year. Will it stay in Chicago with the Southside Irish, or will it be moving to Indiana? Bruning getting the ball out to his flanker Lee, now having to come back with it himself, but able to 2-on-1 with that defender and keep it alive for Fort Wayne. Irish, though, keeping them pinned inside their 22 so far. He's going to go short ball with the forwards. Now going to go to that outside, the left side. But again, the Irish still keeping them pinned down. They change direction, see if they can find a seam. Ballard, double tackle for him. Now the clearing kick. It's a line drive right up the middle of the pitch, and the Irish will take over. Josh Delton, the Kiwi out of Auckland. He finds the winger out on the edge, Wynn. Got one player down. Looks like he's able to get up for the Irish, able to get back to his feet. But this is looking dangerous from the Irish. Little chip through. It's a short in goal. Oh, there was a lot of potential there for Canado.
The Wind really starting to play havoc there, push that one out through the back. And then on the other end, we saw Fort Wayne just trying to do anything to get out of their own 22. Didn't want to go up high in the air with the clearance kick, just tried to smash that one low and mean and get as much distance as they could. But great job there by the Irish, just continued push as they are able to almost strike again there on the outside.
Is Billy DiTallo getting some attention to that knee which is heavily strapped already. Let's see if he'll be able to continue.
I don't have any patterns other than.
But really good start here for both sides. Fort Wayne's taken away Irish's ball a couple of times, and we'll have to take a look at this, Tim, again. This is beautiful.
Yeah, Biddle thought he had that was Lynch, thought he had the space there on the outside, just overcooked it a tad, a little too strong with that right boot, but you see the attacking prowess. They're always looking for opportunities. A great job there from Lynch, only 5'8" on the outside. Been playing for 15 years, 7 with the club. A great job to give them an opportunity there. Now still pinned in. As it looks like the injury off the pitch. Just about ready to rock and roll again.
Kick it inside the 5.
Just moving that mark over a bit is Frankenfeld. Just 2 points separating these sides. Again, both teams undefeated in league play and did very well in their semifinals. Didn't see many challenges in their league play. Some big score lines. They've been playing since August. So we will see a replacement coming in for the Irish. Nathan Webb will come on, play in that hooker position.
Fine.
Fort Wayne ball.
Set.
A little bit of a shove coming from the Irish, but Fort Wayne's able to absorb. Dishes it off to the inside center. Ballard out of Fort Wayne. A lot of Fort Wayne City boys on this team. Nice little loop. Looks for a little help on the outside, but the leg drive here is really nice. Gets a couple more meters. Counter ruck attempt. Still stays with Fort Wayne. Looping pass to Bruni, looks for that backdoor flick, but it's not quite there. Scrum advantage for the Irish, and they've got the ball as well. Now penalty advantage, offside's the call from Frankenfield. So Irish take over.
Okay,
They scored first in this match.
I was good with the timing, so they were either never
Nice little
onside
shovel there
or we play on.
from the flanker, Kurtz. Able to kind of shove that defender away.
Time is up. Okay, is that you, Con? Just confirm, repeat what you're saying. Okay, thank you. And the mark is?
Clarification from his assistant
line with
referee.
me? Right here? Thank you. Okay. Green number 2, offside.
Goes the other way. Interesting.
Yeah, I think it was Blankenship number 2 there for Southside that got his hands on it, and he might have come from an offside position to get that, poach, and got that last couple of phases there for the Irish rolling. But good job from our team of 3, able to make that one happen and bring it back and make the correct decision.
So Fort Wayne will clear this one and have the line out as well.
Thank you.
So Irish kind of building that momentum, but Fort Wayne able to snag this one away.
I haven't seen a lot in the lineouts just yet, but again, with that wind gusting from right to left, always playing havoc. Got to make sure you keep it down the center.
Absolutely, it is going to cause some game plan shifts from these sides. Fort Wayne finding a big hole in the middle. They've got support. It's really nice work to keep it alive. It's Rich now, still going is Will Rich. Offload there for Fort Wayne, and wow, taking advantage of that opportunity. That is absolutely fantastic. Jake Minnick is under the post for another Fort Wayne try.
And I believe he started that one off and got the return pass. Let's take another look. As you see there, beautiful fake, able to get it off to the outside, stays in phase with him, and gets the return pass for his hard work. Great work to be able to take that one the distance and take the lead for the first time for Fort Wayne.
Big momentum shift here with that penalty. And then Trey just busting through the center there. Really nice work. Minnick able to put that one in. Conversions were hard to come by in our first match of the day, but doing well so far is Fort Wayne.
Had that early try against them, but you see beautiful work there. Nice little offload. Thought that might have messed things up a little bit, but a huge defend there from Willie Rich, the 6'2", 30-year-old, just fends them aside and leaves that right hand open for the little offload and a big-time try to take their first lead of the match.
If you're close enough to make the tackle, I'll give that to you. Sorry.
Really nice job by Fort Wayne, showing why they're 6-0 in the season, coming in here with a lot of confidence. Here comes a counter-ruck attempt from Fort Wayne, but stays with the Irish. Very low tackle there. Yeah, a little chop block going to be the call. Irish are going to go quick. Desmond, the captain, keen to get this going for the Irish. They do like to play tempo. Big pass over the top. Finds Dalton. On his feet again, but didn't release is going to be the call.
Yeah, he was slammed to the deck at that point, or actually playing the man there. So we'll bring this one back, and a big time penalty. It's Fort Wayne kind of getting bailed out a second time here as they have that 5-point lead.
Interesting call. 2 interesting calls back to back, Tim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not quite sure on that. I thought that they were going to be able to retain possession out of it, but both times Fort Wayne, the recipients of the better end of the stick there, and now just got to get this one back in and keep rolling because they are really cranking on all cylinders right now.
Fort Wayne getting it going here, 20 minutes into this men's D2 championship.
We did have a contest, not straight.
Not straight, so we'll flip this over. It'll go to the Irish.
What do you want?
So the new law there, just making sure they have to lift. So they did lift that time. And at that point, it's got to go straight down the middle. So good work of at least competing for it. Again, that did get pushed a little right to left there. So that win, Fort Wayne's just got to make sure they get that right to be able to secure possession. This was a huge point here to be able to let this one go after you just scored 2 tries in a row.
Set!
Quick out the back for the Irish. Trying to get the around the back offload, but able to hold on to it. A bit of a risky play there. Immediately change directions. Straight down, says the referee. So Irish will continue on. Going to come in now, a little more input from the assistant referee. So a knock-on scrum to Fort Wayne.
Yeah, unlucky stuff there. And really, Wendy, since those first few minutes, we had that opening try for the Irish as they were able to march down, punch their way through, use that physicality. And we really haven't seen them get anywhere close into the Fort Wayne half of the pitch so far since then. So they really need to keep the ball in hand a little bit better.
Ouch.
As you mentioned, Fort Wayne really dominating the time of possession so far.
Great point. You know, Irish can't really seem to get anything going here. They've had a couple of penalties against them and now this knock on, but there's a massive hit coming in from Crowder, laying down some wood against Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne will keep the ball. Gets it into Bo's hands. Taken away. Not done legally is the call.
Yeah, good work from Crowder there. Made 2 tackles in a row and then had that one pop out to him. So, but the not releasing call, a little too aggressive with those assisting tacklers for the Irish. And another opportunity for Fort Wayne to punch this one down. They don't need to win at their backs. They are getting it done the old-fashioned way with strength and a strong kick to get things moving again.
A couple penalties there for the Irish that have been crucial as well. So Fort Wayne just taking advantage of these and using that boot to march it down the pitch, as you said, Tim. Now they're in another advantageous spot, line out to Fort Wayne, and listen to that crowd. One looked like maybe outside shoulder, but nice little rubber kick through the line. Irish are able to come up with it, the fullback. It's Connor Desmond just putting in a huge kick, and that one down by the porta potty. Big pickup.
Strong work from Desmond, who's had to go down and get a couple of those grubbers coming his direction, but has been terrific on both of those occasions. And then the beautiful boot to flip the pitch. Exactly what they've needed. We've seen them do that a couple of times, winning those kicking battles.
Fort Wayne backed up on their own end. Again, a little contention in the line for that one, but it comes down for the men in blue. They've got scrum advantage as well.
Knockdown in the line out. Scrum black.
5 points the difference in this one. It's just been tight from the opening minute, but Fort Wayne could say they've had a lot of the time on the ball.
Yeah, they've done a great job kind of using their offense, taking those penalties and not shooting themselves in the foot with a lot of them. Too many knock-ons on the other side for the Irish. Just got to keep playing strong defense. Crowder's really starting to pop on the defensive end. Just haven't been able to get him the ball quite enough yet to make a difference.
A lot of movement in the line for the backs. It's really nice. They found some space here. Look at the speed from the winger. Still going. A little chop tackle there. That one legal. But Fort Wayne gaining some major meters here. But another penalty. This time it goes to the Irish, as Crowder staying down a little bit longer this time.
Yeah, he was heavily involved in that chase tackle to be able to prevent the try. And then able to take it away as well, as they were stranded there, no support around. Great work from Southside to be able to get in there and secure possession and flip the pitch one final time. But you're really starting to see, Wendy, the back line of Fort Wayne starting to have their way a little bit, whipping it back and forth around the pitch, and those edges are starting to crack open some little gaps.
Yeah, Bauer came from the complete other side of the pitch to add that extra man in that back line, and then had just the Jets flipped on, and Crowder was able to track him down. Then they get the penalty, the Irish, and
A quick word at
it's
the
like
line.
Crowder
Let's make sure we're not
going to stay on.
on both sides. And scrum halves.
It'd be a big loss if he did have to leave the pitch.
Time is on.
Big opportunity here for the Irish. Nice and easy off the top, but look at the defense from Fort Wayne, taking away that space immediately. Now they've hit the gain line.
Tackler has to roll.
We saw early on Fort Wayne's defense was very strong for holding the Irish out. Now they found a little bit of space. Crowder jumping over one, still on his feet, driving through, gets the offload. Now we're seeing the Irish flowing. Able to build these phases. They can be quite a dangerous side. Out into the corner. That's just fantastic from the Southside Irish, and finally they get another one on the board.
Boy, we were waiting for it. Crowder knows how to affect the game in so many different ways. The big tackles earlier had a huge counter ruck that blew stuff up early. Finally, he gets his hands on the ball and shows what he can do. Kept on his feet, fended off a few defenders, and then let the offload go. They were able to take it the distance from there. Great response for the Irish. They needed that one bad to creep into this one after 12 unanswered points from Fort Wayne. But that's just the response they needed. Another lightning quick one, by the way, Wendy.
Yeah, it's just a really big return, right? They just had those 3 or 4 penalties in a row, and so they're backed up. Fort Wayne is pressuring them, and we're talking about Fort Wayne, and then now all of a sudden, just through a couple of seconds of play here, they've tied this one up with the conversion on the go-ahead. The kick here, going to be difficult with the win. Let's not put that down, but this is quite the turnaround from the Irish here. They were down just a few minutes ago. Goes across the face, so we'll keep this one level. 12-12 in the 28th minute of this match, and it's already had so much to talk about, Tim.
Now, it's been great to see that quick striking ability from the Irish is really starting to come to fruition. We mentioned they don't have as much time on the ball, but boy, when you can make 45 meters that quick, and then earlier they had a scrum on their half, they were able to flip it and score within a minute as well. So they are always going to remain in this match, and some beautiful magicianship there to save the catch.
And then the quick clear with that wind at their back. We're going to see Irish continue to kick.
I'm happy.
But Fort Wayne underneath it, no problem for them.
Back
Look
foot.
at the drive here. This is great work from Fort Wayne, getting a couple extra meters.
5.
They get the penalty as well.
Sorry, collapsing.
Thought maybe it was going to be a turnover there for not bringing the ball out, but they sacked the maul. Looks like it might have been William Rennard Robinson there at the bottom of it. Just might have brought it down illegally. So another opportunity as they're going to boot this one forward and give themselves another attacking chance here. But with that last try from the Irish, they need some points to get back on the front foot. Had everything clicking. See if they can keep things moving.
Yeah, these penalties just proving pivotal for both sides. They both have great kickers, and they can score from anywhere on this pitch. So both sides are going to want to try to remain as disciplined as they can. We're seeing so many points coming from these penalty turnovers. They go short with it. Southside able to get a paw on it. Yep, they should have scrum advantage. There's the call from Frankenfield. Now penalty advantage upgraded for offsides.
Second advantage, green number 2, offside.
Another one. Irish finding themselves in trouble here under the pressure of this Fort Wayne side. Tie match. Is this the go-ahead for Fort Wayne? They just took the lead in the Irish scoring to get it back level, and then comes the penalty. They'll go quickly, and there's the dive at the line. Just short is the call. They think they've got it, Fort Wayne think they're over the line, but a knock-on is the call. The Irish hold them out.
Just a knock on in the end. I think that was Joshua Blankenship that was able to get his hands on it with the tackle. The big hooker, number 2 for Southside, just disrupted things. So we see them try here for the pick and go on the outside. See Blankenship lining up there on the outside, and as they come through, Blankenship gets on top of it. Has just lost that one as they were trying to dive in.
Irish survive that onslaught. Look at this pressure from Fort Wayne, though. The scrum, my goodness. That is a thing of beauty, the power.
You see the enthusiasm that comes from it.
Played out of it quickly. Fort Wayne wanting to get back on top, about 4 meters out. Just driving for the line. Oh, that's good defense from the Irish, pushing them back a bit. They go again. Now they go a different direction. They're gonna try this left side. Just short again, another critical tackle. Staying with their forwards, gonna trust their power. Look at the discipline from the Irish to get back quickly and get in position. Now they release to the backs. It's a bit of an errant pass. Doesn't quite go to hand. And the Irish defense hold them out again.
It was Toby Biddle. Looked like he was going to be able to snag that one and keep it moving, but just lost it forward. And again, this team of three has been working so hard. Let's listen in.
One of the players interfering with this? Yeah, he moved up into the back. He was involved. He was involved? Yeah. Okay. No quick.
Penalty to Fort Wayne.
Captain. Yeah, understood. Take a step. Yes, sir. Okay, so we've had 3 infringements inside the 22. Number 2 has been offside twice at the ruck. He's the post man. Okay. So let's have a quick chat about that. And then we've had 2 offside calls. Okay, so the patterns are inside the 22 and taking away space. Have a quick word. Restart. What was the second one offside? There was 2 offside by number 2. Yeah, there's an offside back there. Okay. And then number 15 was offside here. So, watch that foot. Scrum.
See this massive pass here, just couldn't hang on to it though. Some space to exploit there on the outside, but they're not done yet. They've got this scrum with an opportunity to take the lead 8 minutes from halftime.
It's a no-brainer call here. They just demolished the Irish scrum on the other side of the pitch, so they'll look to do it again here.
Crouch. Fight.
Oh, they turn it over. Irish steal it on its head. That's great work. And the kick here again is just wonderful. Couple of bounces. Look at the distance that they've picked up, the Irish.
Wow. Second time they've been able to come out of their own end and push it on the opposite side of the pitch. Tremendous work that time. And they just held firm, held strong. You see those scrums. We came into this one, Wendy, thinking that maybe Southside had the advantage in these scrums. They're a really packed forward, heavy team. But then that last scrum where Fort Wayne was just able to take charge and blow through them, it really put them on their back foot. But that is a tremendous effort to be able to get possession back and now put themselves on the front foot with a few minutes left in the half.
I think we just had a double pump at the line out. So free kick so they can choose scrum. And the Irish do choose a scrum.
Wendy, it's just so crazy how 2 scrums could look so different from one another. We saw in that defensive pressure, they were able to get it done, did Fort Wayne. But then when they needed it the most, the Irish had to steal that one against the head, and they got the job done to secure this tie ball game still.
Set. Come on, game.
See if Fort Wayne's able to do it again. That's better from the Irish. The initial push was there. Here comes a little bit of pressure. They turned it over. There's another one from Fort Wayne. That's just such a huge bolster for that side.
Yeah, when all they know they need to do is drive, there's no hooking needed. All they have to do is put their heads down and push. They've been able to be successful in that. And again, it looked like they were able to slow that one up. Ball came back, but then that continued pressure just made that thing get loose in the back, all discombobulated, couldn't hang on to it. And now Fort Wayne flips the pitch back on the attacking end.
And again, we're just seeing these teams are able to just turn the tide in their favor so quickly, either through a penalty, and then they've got great kickers, or through their own skill, and especially with Fort Wayne, the scrum really starting to shine for them. 35th minute of this match. Going to that middle pod, then it's right out to the backs again. Busting through that center line. It's just been a gap there this entire time for Minnick. Scored a beautiful try a second ago, and now dancing along the line, really wanting to get in. So the kick conversion is so much better. But was it too much here? We're gonna have to check this.
Referee wants a second look. The team of threes worked so hard together throughout, just looking to confirm it, but what a huge burst through. Second time we've seen him just off of normal hands, able to break through the defense, and then the speed and power to get it done. Boy, what an incredible run. Never stopped. Thought maybe he stepped out the back there, but great job from our referee to be in perfect position was Frankenfeld. And they actually are going to pull this one back here, Wendy.
Oh, wow. I thought with that replay, it looked like he got it down. What a massive call that is, especially since Frankenfeld was 100% in the right position. So we stay tied 12-12. Wow. Irish come up with this one, a little chip. He could have stepped out the back, yeah. Oh, but Frankenfeld was right there in position. But you're right, it's a 22, so it has to be him stepping out the back. We'll take a look here again.
Yeah, you see right here, if he just gone down with it, got a little greedy. And I think right there, that right foot may have been the one that stepped out. Couple of different eyes on it. So again, great work from the team of three. And maybe not on the grounding there, but great work. And boy, this one has gone back and forth. We've seen lead changes and now a terrific stalemate here, but the pressure on the field is not showing that.
Fort Wayne scrum. Now the Irish get a little push on, but they're able to get it out the back. Lots of choices for the fly half Dalton. Now their penalty against Fort Wayne.
They had a couple of players in the ruck there with them. It looked like they were going to be able to secure possession out of it, but again, non-stop are the Southside Irish. They always looking for that poach, always looking for the ability to make that turnover ball. They get it done, are able to have the clear here with the win at their back. A terrific half of rugby from both these squads. Both have little areas where they're a little bit better than their opposition, but both have shown tremendous effort to keep this one close and tight.
38th minute of this match, so just a bit to go before we have the halftime break. Coming up next, we'll have our women's D2 final. That one going to be another spectacular match as Southside getting across the 40-meter line. It's like it's popped out. Another penalty, this time against the Irish.
Evan
3 o'clock,
Kurtz,
our
number
women's
6.
D2 final will be Milwaukee Silla versus South Buffalo.
Good, again, that was Evan Kurtz. It looked like he was able to take that one through, but just lost it forward.
Fort Wayne get it back. This one just as tight as can be. A try just taken away from Fort Wayne. Looked like it had all the earmarkings of a spectacular effort by Jake Minnick, but just have to wonder if he'd done just a little less. Didn't need to worry about the conversion. They could be ahead again right now. Little chip attempt, knocked down by the Irish, so it stays in Fort Wayne's hands.
Yes, play on. New tackle away, Green.
Referee just instructing the Southside defenders just to get out of that breakdown. Irish very smart, only contesting when they feel like they can get it, so 0 ruck from them. They're not very often putting anyone in the ruck in defense, so they've got a full line of defenders. Another great defense there, just pushing Fort Wayne backwards. A little bit slower play from Fort Wayne as we get into the waning seconds of this first half of our men's D2 championship. And another penalty against the attack. Southside getting on with it. They know the clock is ticking away. It's a fantastic break. The hand on the ball. Did it go forward? It did. Oh, all the drama in the last few minutes here, Tim.
What a great try-saving tackle there from Fort Wayne. I think that was Biddle that came from behind, got his arm up underneath the armpit there and busted that ball out. A try-saving tackle. That Southside looked like they were going to be able to bust that one through and take the lead here at halftime. We'll take another look. Great work from Desmond, but a try-saving tackle. Biddle, the little guy, jars it loose and brings Fort Wayne another opportunity here from their own end, but great work on the defensive end. Both teams making breaks, try-saving tackles, just an excellent D2 final.
And Tobin Biddle, only 18 years of age, just a youngster out there. They've got a couple of youngsters on this side. Roman Turpin, wearing number 4, is 19 as well. So Fort Wayne going to work out of their own end again. Got choices on which way to go, and with that wind in their face, we'll see them not kicking as much for the exit. Use that pod one more time just to try to build some distance. Here comes the exit. We are into the red on this one, but it doesn't quite make it. That's Dalton. The Kiwi picks it up for the Irish, still alive. Could they get this one in? Penalty, dangerous tackle. Try to go quickly through Desmond, but not quite through that mark.
So it's Biddle, gets dinged for the penalty there. The little guy up against a much taller opponent there, 6'2", Josh Dalton. Charges into him, but still did not get low enough. Gets dinged for the high tackle. And as you mentioned, we're in the red here. But Southside looking to make one more try. They were able to get back into this match, down 12-7. But this would be huge. Exclamation point for them if they can punch this one home.
They'll go short with it, and they give it to the hooker, Blankenship, but he's met with a black wall. Go long pass to Dalton, a little show and go from him, and this is some great interplay from the Irish, but it's loose ball picked up by Fort Wayne. Another penalty against Fort Wayne. They want to go quick. Blankenship. Oh, I think your circle for the mark should be a little larger, sir. He was right there with you.
Yeah, second time he's denied him there with the quick. But shout out for Blankenship. He started this about 2-3 minutes ago from the middle of the pitch with a poach, got his hands on it. He has been an animal out there on the defensive end.
Desmond, the captain, gets him going again. Couple of meters out, about 5-6 meters for the Irish, threatening one more time. We're deep into the red now. Almost 2 minutes in extra time in this first half. Fort Wayne has held them out early in this match. Their defense on their own goal line has been stellar. Will it hold up? There's Blankenship again, making his impact known. And it's a knock-on.
And Wendy Blankenship went for it that time. He had it. He was inches away and just tried one final movement to get over the line, but coughed it up.
So another penalty after a conflag with his AR, but Irish still alive as we hit 2 minutes on our extra time. We go with Blankenship. Right up front, he's so powerful. They'll go again with that forward pod inside the 5 meter, now very close. Are the Irish looking to take back their lead? There's a big shove, but looks like Fort Wayne is underneath it. That's a fantastic defense. Oh, what a first half we've been privy to, Tim. 12-12, and just had a Fort Wayne try taken away, and now they hold one up from the Irish. What a first half this has been.
Yeah, got to give a shout out to Justin Lee, number 7. He was the one that got underneath the ball there, held it up, and secured this halftime tie. What a tremendous match.
We'll be back in just a bit. Southside Irish 12, Fort Wayne 12.
Yeah, I think there's just a little wind noise. Yeah, but you're set up.
Black captain.
Cool.
Green captain.
Welcome back to our men's D2 championship. This one's as tight as can be, 12-12. A couple of tries that have meant to be, but were taken away, or the teams couldn't quite get in. So it's been full of turnabout moments in this one. But Tim, we've been just privileged with the rugby that's been in front of us. Very technical and skilled, both of these teams.
For sure, both able to make way on some mistakes from the other team, but it's really been a great first half of action. Both these squads showing high potency in Fort Wayne, opportunity to maybe knock it in here, but both squads with try-saving tackles, just a fun game to watch.
Penalties have been quite important as we see another one. Dangerous tackle is the call from referee Dan Frankenfeld. The penalties have been big in this match as well. Both teams having some big calls that have shifted the momentum. And there's another one as Fort Wayne buries this one into the corner, so their first chance at a potential score.
And they're towards the end of the second half, Fort Wayne's last big group of phases. They came down, came close, but ended up not being able to punch it in. So this is huge for them to be able to find some space and get this one all the way through.
Irish take this one away. It's Blankenship at the back of that line out. He's been just massive in this game so far for the Irish. And there's a big booming kick, even with the wind that we've been seeing this match. And see that AR flag fluttering a little bit, but we have seen it up to 15 miles an hour at points in this game.
And nothing I'm sure that the Chicago Irish haven't dealt with throughout the year. Again, starting the season back in August, they've had a tremendous season. Just need to make sure that they come home with some hardware here. Fun fight to watch.
Another takeaway for the Irish. That's 2 in a row with the line out. Here's Blankenship. What a dish that is, trying to find the space on the outside. And the pass trying to go around the back. It's not quite to hand, but looks like knocked by Fort Wayne first. We'll have a scrum to the Irish.
Yeah, it looked like they were able to get in there, jar that one free. I think Joey Blakely had that one and just let it hit off the hands. As our ARs again been teaming up throughout the match with our head referee to get these decisions correct. In the end, the first knock on will be against Fort Wayne, and really, I mean, it was back and forth. That thing got batted around 3-4 times in a couple of seconds, but good job of using the team of 3 to get the right call.
It has been an active team, as you mentioned, Tim. A couple of tries they've looked at and big penalties that have come out of them working together. So Fort Wayne will get the scrum in this instance. Did see them with some massive pushes. It's typically when they're on defense, and they'll push through. No reason to do it when you're on attack, and that's a gorgeous offload, getting it into Ballard's hands. He's gonna go the distance here, and Fort Wayne putting a stamp on that one. It was just a 1-2 pass, so simple, but simple gets it done.
Ballard takes it the distance, and that really has been the difference so far in this match. All 3 of the tries for Fort Wayne coming off of great work on the outside with the backs. That time it was Ballard that took it the distance. Early we saw Minnick that was getting into that back line, but look at this one, over the 22, too much power to be able to be brought down back there, and then the speed to finish it off. What a game-changing play for the 35-year-old Chris Ballard.
Vice captain of this side. Now the conversion attempt by Bruning, 26 years of age, out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Conversions have been a bit tough today with that wind. You can hear it in the mics. Looks like it had the distance, but the accuracy isn't there. Now Fort Wayne take back the lead in this match.
It all went to this guy right here, Chris Ballard. so much speed. He's the elder statesman of this starting lineup at 35 years old. Played for Ball State University, still gets it done on the youth side as well, stepping up in his community as a coach. Just an all-around effort there to take it the distance, and a 5-point lead for Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne up high for that restart. You seem like a side that has really focused on the restarts. In the very first kickoff of the match, they took it away from the Irish. Another kick from the Fort Wayne fly half. Bruning try to put a little pressure on. They've got massive speed. Oh, he just doesn't quite get the tackle, but he was there trying to stop it. Was Bauer. Penalty.
Captain. Captain. Here. Thank you. Late hit.
Okay, so late hit the call that time after the kick. But good work just trying to find anything out of their own end there. Great pace to be able to pop that one through. Almost thought they had it.
Now the defense from Fort Wayne thought they were going to stop that attack, but that late hit there, another costly penalty, and now the Southside Irish just outside the Fort Wayne 22, and now they're threatening. Short ball, they've done that a couple of times. Just get it quickly to the scrum half, and then Kurtz slicing through the line. He's always finding a gap. Now out to Crowder, the former MLR champion. Picks up some distance from his legwork. Southside just about 10 meters out. There comes the penalty. They'll go quickly again to the line. It's the captain, Jack Desmond, the 29-year-old, getting in for the Irish, and that's an answer.
Great work there from the scrum half, getting involved, able to scoop that one off the back and find the space on the outside. Lots of pressure, and they're finally able to push their way through. Great work to tie this one back up, and when you wouldn't expect anything less than that out of this championship match, you see the two-time MLR champion pushing his way through, and then things start to open up as they're able to get it into the hands of Renard Robinson. The penalty comes, there's the quick tap right around the side, makes the big man miss and dives home for the try. The response they needed, back and forth we continue to go.
Another tough conversion attempt for Dalton. He's got quite the leg though. And the ARs will put the flag up. That's well deserved. That's a great kick.
Great kick indeed to take the lead. High pressure, everything on the line. Difficulty at a 10. Wind at your face, and struck that one clean. Gives that one an extra 2 there as Jack Desmond brought the 5 home. Desmond incredibly active on that offensive end out of Lindenwood University. Dots it down and gives the Irish the lead.
Take the lead and they get the ball back. It's the cruel sport that rugby is. And they go right up that sideline, just using that weak channel. Already across that 50-meter line. It was even a deeper kick. Blankenship gets it. Now it's to Dalton. And a short pass. They've got some space out here. They might have the numbers, but diving it inside, that's a great step for Renard. Still going are the Irish. Looking for support is Dalton. They keep it going. Oh, it's not quite to hand. Oh my goodness, but this Irish side starting to flow here, feeling it.
Thought they had it there. William Renard, the big lock, gets into the action, and he was running like a gazelle out there, trying to find his support. Was able to make a couple of offloads, but in the end, just couldn't take it the distance. That whole thing started off there for the Irish by Dion Crowder. He had a good 20, 30-meter run to really get Fort Wayne back on their heels, and then they were able to kick down the door. So close yet again. Great second half surge here for the Irish the last 3-4 minutes.
And a couple of fresh legs on for them as well that might be helping. 18, Matt Stanek, and 19, Cullen Gordon on for the Irish. There's a little push from the Irish. They take it right up the middle, Fort Wayne. Good defense from the Irish forwards getting out of that scrum. And again, Blankenship, big tackle. Irish think they've got the poach, but told to hands off. There's that zero ruck where the Irish will just get out and try to defend and spread. Clearing kick doesn't quite make it, does well to stay inbounds. Little tipsy-turvy there. Looked like he might not be able to have the balance, but what a steal there from Fort Wayne. The winger, so talented. Michael Bauer, he's already scored one, going the distance. What a try there by the Ninja Warrior. Another one for him.
2 on the day. Great job to be able to be right there on the tackle after the clearance. Got right onto the ball, ripped it out of there so quick, and then full pace in an instant, took it the distance. And boy, Fort Wayne, exactly what they needed. Back and forth, continuing what we've seen so far, Wendy. Tremendous effort there, and at any moment, either of these sides can break one and take it the distance.
They really can. Just that turnover ball, it's a chaos, but then both sides able to turn it into beautiful rugby. Now, again, just a couple of points separate these sides. The conversion, the difference here. Bruning it's up, it's just a little chip shot from him, and he slides it through. That'll bring us 24-19 for the Irish. They extend that lead by 4 points.
And we were tied up at 12 there for a lot of the first half, but here in the second half, 3 lead changes already in 11 minutes. Great job from both these squads, playing to their strength. We've seen the Irish punch their way through. Looked like they were going to get a second one there in quick succession, but the resilience of Fort Wayne has been outstanding throughout.
Of course, if you are good at math, unlike me, it's 5 points the difference here. So a try would do it, and we've seen both sides just make something of nothing, and now a little scrum advantage for the Irish, so they're going to scramble a bit here. Some more fresh legs on. Jack Welniak on wearing number 21. There's Blankenship. Always good for a couple of meters, just a strong runner. Desmond will take a little pick from the base. The captain and the try scorer today.
Away, Black!
Now Kurtz takes it up the pitch, just slowly moving this ball methodically are the Irish. The hometown favorites here at the Chicago Blaze complex in Lamont, Illinois. Another run from Blankenship, but contained this time, doesn't get too much ground. Dalton thinks about the options, takes it into a brick wall. A little somersault there, but no foul play as Frankenfeld keeps the whistle down. Webb with a carry. Desmond again. Knocked on, but gonna come back for a penalty.
Hands in the call there, or not rolling away each and every time. Southside got tackled. Fort Wayne was there for the poach, trying to get their hands on it, but the support was too good from the boys in green. They kept being there right just in time. And again, they're able to earn themselves the penalty off of the aggression there from Fort Wayne, not rolling away. Great work from the Irish. Now an opportunity to punch this one in.
I don't want to. The players poaching are forcing my hand.
Yes, sir.
Make
I
sense?
understand. Yeah.
Thank you.
So question there from Fort Wayne. Just getting a bit of clarification as we can see that Jack Desmond, the try scorer and captain for the Irish, just receiving a bit of attention. He did go down, and immediately we heard kind of a grunt from him, checking out that lower limb. Oh, looks like he is going to be able to get back to his feet. But this one again, both of these teams undefeated on the season. So today somebody's going home a sore loser, and someone's going home with a trophy. And this one tight as can be, 5 points the difference. It was tied at the half.
Yeah, it means so much to both these squads. For Fort Wayne, they made it to the semis of the Midwest last year, able to progress forward to the finals this year, continuing that push. And for Southside, their 50th year as a club would be huge if this is the year they're able to bring home hardware.
Nice little loop there. Defenders just tricked across the board. It was Blankenship holding it, but then giving it eventually back to Desmond, who gives it to Dalton, and they score a really pretty one.
Tremendous effort there off the set piece. Worked it well all the way to the outside, and he was able to smash it home. There's the quick tap from Desmond. Gets it to the outside, little return pass, and then finds his target through the sea of green jerseys, and he's able to catch that at full pace, does Dalton, and that's what it takes to break the line and bring your team back on top. The 4th lead change of the second half.
Has been just so back and forth. Less penalties in the second half, but the teams have been the difference on the momentum shifts here. Able to put that one over, so Irish retake the lead 26-24, and we've still got so much time to go. How many more lead changes are we gonna see?
It all comes down to these little moments. How much do you have left in the tank at this point? Already played 8 matches throughout the season in quick succession. Everybody had the little break for the All Blacks Ireland match a couple weeks back, but great to see such fierce competition here in the Midwest.
And then of course the winner today will also go to the Northern Super Regional. And we'll have an opportunity to play for that D2 championship and a slot at Nationals. So we've got lots more rugby for this Midwest region to come. Of course, those finals will be in the spring, so this is they play a fall season here in the Midwest, and then they'll pick back up. They do have a cup season and some all-stars that happen sort of in there. It's not really an off season, but in their downtime, I would call it. And then they'll be ready for those northern regionals as well. Fort Wayne get the line out. Decide to go to the backs on this one. There is some space out here. Decide to take it in himself. Does Blakely. He's wearing number 18, so some fresh legs on for Fort Wayne as well. A little bit slower from Fort Wayne, just trying to get a little bit more organization back, it looks like. So maybe some of those replacements coming on and you lose your jive for a bit. Irish have stolen this one at the breakdown. Let's go with that forward pod. Another penalty, dangerous tackle, the call.
Yes. 26-24.
Yeah, unlucky there. Just did not get low enough. Arm went up around the neck. Easy call for the referee, but good fight from the Irish as they're able to bang this one down a little bit closer, progress their way down. Solid kick.
That's another, great kick from Dalton. Just picking up the yards, the meters, and now they're in a really good spot to try for another one.
They've been strong on the lineouts throughout the match. Even in this high wind, they've done tremendous job in getting this one in and back to their backs to create the dangerous space.
James Gannon on for the Irish as well, wearing number 25. Just kind of pick it up out of that ruck and keep it going, the Irish. Now Desmond's back into position. He'll get it out to Dalton. Some more fresh legs on, and Brian Gannon. So both the Gannons are on the pitch now. Dalton gonna go with that long pass. It's not quite a hand. Wynn has to just fall on it, and now gets penalized for not releasing.
Yeah, I think that was Connor Desmond here on the near side. Just dove for it. Great job of being able to get underneath it and secure possession. But in the end, did not release. They got on him, and a big time kick.
Some way down, backed up the Irish, but some good footwork to get through the fullback. Excuse me, that's the wing, Lynch. Just knocking it on there. So this is a huge pickup for the Fort Wayne side. They'll have a scrum.
See Lynch there, putting that mustache magic to work. Almost found a gap in between the defense there, but Fort Wayne still with plenty of pressure. Over 20 minutes left to play. We haven't seen as much attacking out of them, a lot of long game breaks. But it's going to be an exciting end here. Let's see if they can punch this one back in.
The Irish, of course, their coach, Charles Abel, an MLR Chicago Hounds player, so a lot of experience coaching this scrum. They have struggled at times today, but seeming like they've gotten it under control. Stand this one back up, Frankenfeld.
Here's your mark. Thank you. We have a shoulder gap. I'm just starting at an angle. Just square up.
Understand? I understand.
Just having Gannon straighten out those hips. But Irish still in front in this one. 2 points the difference in the 59th minute.
And Wendy, it's been great to see how much that Hounds team has kind of lifted up the whole region, even players from Fort Wayne on that Hound squad as well.
And they get the scrum penalty there, so they'll go quick from it. Abel may have whispered something in those replacements' ears, and they tweaked it there. They'll chip ahead by Crowder. That one's gonna come, and it's gone straight back, straight out, so we'll come back. Much better from the Irish there. Their tails look to be up from after that scrum penalty.
It looked like they might have an opportunity, but just overcooked that kick slightly. And again, even that wind could not slow it down. Set themselves up here, but back and forth we go. Both teams just trying to not make that final mistake. We saw a lot of penalties out of Fort Wayne about 10-15 minutes ago, but they've started to secure things a bit.
Messy at the line out, but cleaned up. Dalton has it in hand. He's absolutely dangerous with ball in hand and with his passing distribution. Finally gets brought down by some cover tackles from Fort Wayne. Nice little support between the forwards there. The block, Renard gets it to Kurtz. And they're right on that 5-meter line again, the Irish. Desmond gets it out to the replacement, wearing number 22, Brian Gannon. They'll switch directions. But they're right there flirting with that try line. Desmond has to get down on his knees. Crowder to the line and diving over. Crowder, the champion, getting it done for this Irish side. That's a big time score.
All in one fail swoop, got low to be able to secure that pass and dove in almost before the ball was even in his hands, knew what he had to do. As we take a second look, you see Crowder, number 13, there on the right-hand side, just waiting for the opportunity. Gets that one out, catches it, and just gets right underneath the blue and black jerseys. Almost there was Masters, looked like he was in position, but Crowder snuck underneath it and dots it down for another 5 points. Pretty close to the post as well, should be able to secure this conversion with a decently easy opportunity.
Irish just seem to have all the jet engines firing now. Fort Wayne, of course, not out of this by any means. We've got plenty of time to go, but momentum swing definitely in the Southside's favor. Puts that conversion through, and Irish make it a 2-score game.
Yeah, you see here, great job working in from the back. Jack Desmond all the way down on all fours to pick this one out of there. Finds his target. 3 black jerseys right there, but nobody covering the post. He gets low, drives it home, and another try here in the second half. I believe the 3rd already in the second half for the Irish.
9 points the difference here, so we'd have to have a couple of things could happen. A converted try, a try and a penalty. Haven't seen a lot of penalty goal options on the day so far, and the wind can be that variable. Fort Wayne, though, will have this lineout's pretty decent attacking opportunity.
We know how dangerous they can be. The back line has been very, very strong here throughout the match. A couple of different subs have kind of changed things up a little bit, but let's see if they've still got that same continuity. Just had nice loops, lots of insertion there from the fullback. Let's see if they're able to keep things going.
Ball bouncing around a bit in that lineout, but comes down with Fort Wayne. It's yeah, not going to be quite out. A little eager.
It was really close.
Yeah, it's a 50-50.
Okay, thank you.
For me, it's a 50-50.
The picture I have is head contact, I have foul play, I have a not high degree of danger, and I have no mitigation. So I'm thinking yellow.
Yeah, he just kind of belly flopped him right in the head, so
Yeah.
yellow.
Yeah, always upright. Okay, right.
Wow.
And was it number 5? Yeah. Okay. Timing was fine.
Okay.
We have head contact with foul play. I have a not high degree of danger, so I'm starting at yellow, and there's no mitigation. So the decision is yellow card. Head contact.
So the replacement gets in there just a little too high there. James Gannon fell on top of the opposing player. He did say the offsides was good, had great timing there to be able to get around it, but just kind of fell on top of him as the player lost his footing, was not able to keep himself up. And a big time ding there, down to 14, and that could play a lot into this match as the Irish up by 9, but now have to spend the next 10 minutes with the player in the bin.
Yeah, this could be just what Fort Wayne was kind of needing to get them synced back up. You said it, Tim. This is a big-time ding for the Irish. That one hurts a lot. And now Fort Wayne lined up for a big chance here to kind of close this scoreline down potentially. Tap off the top. Bunch of forwards here. It goes to the 8 first. Sherman, who's had a fantastic match. Now out to Bruning. He's got lots of choices. Goes with the outside center. Glasscock bouncing off defenders. Finally brought down. Bruning again, just sliding through the line. Oh, it's great support coming through is Powell, the replacement wearing number 23. Coble wants it. Hand up right away for it. Fort Wayne driving in about 15 meters out. Take it right from the base. Hammer time for the Fort Wayne forwards. Still going forward is this Indiana side looking to close this scoreline a bit. It is a two-score affair at this point. Look at that, inside the 5-meter line. They've got penalty advantage as well. They go quick. The scrum half for the line. No try called there. Mitch Olney, the captain, going to have another conversation with the assistant referee, is Frankenfeld.
Okay, so I'm happy with the kick through the mark.
Yeah.
I was focused on that. I need to know if any of the green players were not 10.
Green was fine.
They
They
were
were
all
all behind the line.
Okay, so we allow
Yeah,
that.
and I didn't see
And then we have a tackle and a second movement by Black. Okay. Second move.
Oh, wow.
So they called a second movement, basically not releasing the ball, and so the penalty there, 5 meters away, down by 9. That was huge for Fort Wayne.
Yeah, some really interesting calls. We had the first Fort Wayne try where Minnick stepped out the back of the end goal because he was trying to just do the extra effort, and now same thing, the scrum half trying to go quick and get the try, and now taken away again. Oh, this is really tough for Fort Wayne. They'll get the ball back. See what they can do with it here. Irish again are down a player with that yellow card. Some head contact. Oh, just Just fighting to get that ball away, trying to get it to the winger, Bauer, but obstruction going to be the call. So Irish take over. They'll go quickly. Gonna press their minutes while they can. Try to work this clock down. I think Fort Wayne has turned this over. They have. They'll clear. Deep into the Irish winger's hands. Gets around the first, the second. Going for the edge here. Tipped from behind, but across the line. What a turnabout for the Irish. And now it'll be a 3-score match with the conversion to come. Tobin Biddle across for, Michael Lynch across for the Southside Irish.
Yeah, just a clearance kick, trying to get rid of it. But at that point, there were 4 green jerseys back waiting on it, able to split the defense on the first one. Beautiful move by Michael Lynch. Turns on the Jets here just outside the 22. Multiple players chasing. There's the shoestring tap, but he is already in. Able to extend the lead. 3 tries in a row for Southside, starting to open this one up.
12 and a half.
They are starting to open this one up, and Dalton just made a kick from this exact spot, so we know he's capable of it. Man, Fort Wayne, you just got to feel, what do they got to do to stay in this match? Now they've had some really tough calls not go their way. A line drive this one in. It's going to be wide. This one with the clock winding down. The Irish down a man as well, scoring that try, make it 38-24.
Yeah, that missed conversion was huge, though. Still keeps this one into a 2 converted try match. So it doesn't take the full 3 possessions, but they've got to strike quick. We've seen that ability for Fort Wayne throughout the match, but really, Wendy, it hasn't been as open and as out there as we've seen since a lot of these substitutions have started to enter the match.
Yeah, the standard has definitely dropped since the replacements have come in, and we haven't seen what we saw in the first 60 minutes of this match, and that's not what you want from your super reserves coming in, where Irish have brought theirs in, and it's been exactly the same, and in some cases a lift, if you will.
No hands.
Irish will get back to it. See a little bit of a counter ruck attempt from Fort Wayne. Going to be off their feet is the call. I question the materiality. Is that important at all? The scrum half is right there with the ball. Do we need to blow that penalty? That can be really frustrating to a side that feels that they're down.
Yeah, just messing with it there, unable to get it out quick. Gabe Voss, number 1, unable, has just stayed around the ball a little too long there, gets dinged with the penalty.
Irish will just punch it down the pitch a few meters. There's another look at it.
Yeah, you see Vose gets on top of it, and at that point tries to push forward. Foley just kind of falls on top of it. Needed to try to keep his feet and get out of it. He just laid on top of it and fell.
Fort Wayne come up with it. There's a real chance for them. Oh, dangerous tackle, possibly. We'll see if we get the call. Went on the shoulder, but Fort Wayne's going to go to the outside to Biddle. He's been so smashing in this match. Almost scoring a fantastic match, almost scoring a really good one in the first half, and then had a try-saving tackle as well in this second half. Big tackle coming in from the Irish. Try to just go to that right side, only with a little spin there. On his feet still is Glasscock. Does he get it across the line? No, he's short and stays picked up by the Irish.
Wow.
Another try for Fort Wayne, and another one that's denied.
Ruck is good. Play on.
Irish will just run it out of their own end. Hear Fort Wayne calling for a bit of help here on that left side, but the kick comes in from Dalton. Fort Wayne underneath it first.
obstruction, the call, but that seemed to be quite a distance away. Not sure the validity of that one there, but a warning as well given from our referee. So Fort Wayne unable to be able to take that one away and again get dinged with a penalty.
Yeah, another really tough call. Irish Dalton will just put this down the pitch again, and they've really benefited from some of the penalties in this match. It's gone both ways, honestly, but some of these, you know, we'd call them big calls by this officiating crew, leaving me scratching my head a bit.
Yeah, it's the second or third time, though, we've seen somebody try to go across the defense and get dinged with that obstruction, so good consistency.
Irish just pushing defenders away as Kurtz still going, the flanker again. Now gets the offload, and they're into the corner, and it's another one for the Irish, and they are just getting it done.
Yeah, there were calls from Fort Wayne trying to say that it was a forward pass, but great work on the outside. Support was there to punch it in after the offload. All Irish now 4 tries in a row as they have put up 31 points here in the second half.
Kurtz, we'll show the replay here in a second, but Kurtz, really long, rangy run, just bouncing off defenders. It didn't seem like Fort Wayne could get anything on him. And now getting that offload, that's just another try for the highlight reel.
Beautiful stuff, and really here in the second half is when we've seen their game-breaking abilities. You give them an inch of space on the outside and they make you pay each and every time. Look at this powerful rumbling run, and then finds the space on the outside. Again, great support from Dalton, the 21-year-old playing beyond his years. Did fantastic, brings it home and extends this big lead for Southside.
Another conversion attempt from the corner. Got the distance. There goes the flags, and it's another fantastic kick from Josh Dalton.
2 of 3 from that exact same spot, and that third one just barely missed as well. So a tremendous leg there from the 21-year-old out of New Zealand. Great job to be able to send that one through and extend the lead even further. Now 33 points in the second half.
And that yellow card still hanging on for the Irish. They've scored these last couple tries, down a player as well. Can't tell from what we're seeing in front of us, just taking advantage of every opportunity that's in front of them. 4 minutes to go in this match. The Irish looking to have their grubby fist around that trophy, and trophy will be staying in Chicago, and they may be stamping their trip to the Super Regionals as well.
Yeah, I got green off feet first. Back emergency. Okay.
Penalty for Fort Wayne. Green off their feet is the call.
Yeah, I think that was Crowder trying to get involved again on the defensive end. Called his name multiple times in the first half. Had a couple of good line breaks at the former MLR champion.
That penalty kick doesn't make it to touch. Irish able to snag it off that touch line. Fort Wayne, benefactor of another penalty. Here's a real chance for this side. Just to kind of close the score line a bit, possibly.
Yeah, and the thing I think I keep going back to, Wendy, it was 24-22, just about 10 minutes into this half. The last 17 minutes, it's really been, or about 20 minutes or so, has been all Irish. They've continued just a flurry of tries. Fort Wayne needs this just to plug the dam right now.
They do try to stop the flooding, if at all possible.
I have a knock on by green.
Little miscommunication. Looks like Irish have knocked it on. So scrum advantage to Fort Wayne. They do have quite a powerful scrum. And they'll play this out first. Out to Ballard. It's a try scorer. Nothing coming there.
Knock on in the line out.
So we'll come back for the Fort Wayne scrum. They stay alive, but that clock not in their favor.
Yeah, should give them a good opportunity here, though. We did have that player advantage, but it looks like they may be back to full strength just in time for it. As I was about to say, they're going to have a nice little advantage here, either in the scrum or in the back line. But Irish slammed that door shut. A great job of defending, and not just that, but increasing their lead within those last 10 minutes, playing a player down. Tremendous job from this squad, playing at a championship level in the second half.
Coach.
They have. They've really shown to be a resilient side.
Set.
There's a little push from the Irish side, but early is the call, so it's a free kick.
We're just here. Early.
Fort Wayne don't really have a choice, so they'll tap and go. Very close here, a couple of meters out. See if they can get across the line. There's the try, the reach across, and another one for Fort Wayne.
It looked like the Irish were going to be able to get their hands underneath it, but just too much determination from Fort Wayne. They needed that one, put it home. A little too much, too late here, though. As you see the drive, the push from the back, a little pick and go there for Olney. One of the smallest guys on the pitch takes it home in the midst of those trees and dots it down, earns his squad the try. And great effort here from Fort Wayne, never giving up.
Yeah, they definitely haven't given up in this match. Conversion did go through, so 45-31 our score. Looks like we will have time for a kickoff, and we did play some extra time in the first half, about 2.5 extra minutes when just play continuing in that first half. So long match for these sides, but we're into the red. And of course, our referee has the official time. Have to think, though, it's just too late, too little for Fort Wayne at this point.
Yeah, we've seen them score quickly throughout the match, but next one will more than likely be the final whistle, so not enough time. And again, I just keep going back to 24-22, and then 23 unanswered points by the Irish. Took a stranglehold of this match, kicked this one out into touch, so we'll bring it back for the center scrum. But really just a championship effort in the second half for the Irish. They were able to put it together. Josh Dalton, Jack Desmond, that 9-10 combination has been terrific on a lot of these breakaways, and just fully able to put together a magical match here for the championship.
Thank you.
I think Dan's just checking the score with the number 4 official. Fort Wayne scrum, so a little bit more time on the clock in this one before we can officially award a champion.
You'll hear my call.
Crouch.
Can't imagine there's enough time for a couple of scores for Fort Wayne. Coming up next, we have our women's D2 final between Milwaukee Silla and South Buffalo. Southside, though, steal this one away as they've stolen Fort Wayne's hearts all day long. Dalton with it. Now Fort Wayne take it away. That's a great offload to keep it alive. And again, now just not into hands. Can't quite hold on to it, so the Irish take over. May have stepped into touch. And looking like we may still have more time in this match.
Thank you.
Still a little to go here. Nice little burst on the outside there for Fort Wayne. You see just how dangerous they can be when you give them a little bit of space on the edge. Just haven't seen that enough here in the second half, as the Irish have been able to pull away. When it really was Fort Wayne who had that first try, it looked like they were on the front foot.
Free kick to Fort Wayne, so we go on. 2 minutes into extra time. They'll tap into Howard's hands. Replacement wearing 25. And they go to that right side. Just switching directions, trying to ask questions of this defense. Tough passes, not quite where the attacker can get it. And then again, that one backwards, the call. Nope, it is going to be a scrum. There goes the full-time whistle. And the Southside Irish have done it 45-31 over Fort Wayne. The championship stays in Chicago. They get it done 45-31 over Fort Wayne.
Tremendous match from both these squads. There's the opening try. Back and forth they really went. Again, I think after we sat there at about 5-0, we had multiple lead changes back and forth in the first half. And then towards the end, it finally started to break open for Southside. But you see just how tenacious this Fort Wayne squad played. They were able to come back, take that lead at 12-7, and then from there it was a battle in the first half. Not a lot of scoring from that point forward in the first 20 minutes, but in the end it was Southside. Again, 23 unanswered points before Fort Wayne could finally respond there in the second half. As you see the effort there, Fort Wayne in the end just couldn't get it done. It was all Irish from here on out, try after try after try. One final one for Fort Wayne, but you see just too much tenacity. There's Dalton. Lynch was tremendous. Jack Desmond running that number 9. And on the outside, Crowder. Fantastic match on both ends as well. You see him punch that one in. But Wendy, a fun match. But really, Southside deserve this championship. They played at a tremendous level in the second half as we see Lynch dot that one down. More opportunities here. Dalton gets it down, and a huge response from them. You hear the crowd in the background. They have conquered the season. They've done what they wanted to do, and now national championships possibly hang in their future.
50th anniversary of Southside Irish, and they get it done. Thank you for watching.